That's special right there. But
it's not even special. It's like we have children together, so like women, my kids ain't gonna be worried. Like I don't need them stressed out, worried about what the fuck is going on with their dad.
Do you think the average woman
that
really
provides a level of stress on my kids? They don't even need.
But do you think the average woman really give a damn about that?
Yeah, I think a real woman who really cares about the betterment of how their children have to process their parents splitting up and seeing like my kids won't be their best at school if they got to be worried about their dad now because dad out here doing bad because mom done just like ripped the rug from underneath them and left him out here without shit. Yeah. Now my kids are so affected. They can't just be kids. So I can't just like let their daddy just fall.
You know the best conversation you can have on this planet, besides getting a bag of money, is talking this male-female relationship, man. This dynamic, man, you know, which is a very interesting topic, I feel as though, you know. And I feel like it's a conversation I think that we all have in one shape, form, or fashion, you know what I'm talking about, you know, every day. I don't think it ever goes anywhere, and I don't think it will, you know what I'm saying, as long as this thing keeps spinning. You know, man, you know, but it's a pleasure, man, and I thank my guest coming on tonight, you know, I'm talking about Miss Kaya, you know, I'm talking about, man, you know, to bless these airwaves, man, and to bless these studios, man, over here at Blue Haven Studios. I am your host, Mikey Warrior, you know what I'm talking about, and this is just a part of the theme. Podcast. What's up, baby girl? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, hey, man. You know, I'm blessed, man. You know, it's been a you know a few weeks since we done got on these mics, so you know to bring somebody like you on, man, I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have a conversation tonight. You know what I'm saying? I think you have an interesting story. You know, because of course this is a relationships, you know, podcast, and you know we have some dynamics and things like that happens within people. You know, as we matriculate and move throughout this life, you know what I'm saying? And you have some other things, of course, that you have happening in your life. But I'm going to go ahead and let you, you know what I'm saying, introduce yourself.
My name is Kaya Pennington. I'm a chef, educator, and restaurateur, born and raised on the East Side. Thank you for having me on this evening.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. Do you want to say what type of entrepreneurial businesses do you know?
So I own Kindred Spirits with two partners, but previously I owned a business in Deep Deuce called Urban Roots.
Okay. Yeah, dope. Yeah.
Run the culinary arts program at Metro Tech.
Okay.
That's my career.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. Which I've definitely, I definitely frequent, you know, both of those establishments that you have, you know what I'm talking about, you know, and they definitely two dope places I think that the city has, and that's something I think that's great. Too, that you know that you've been able to provide here, you know, for you know urban, you know, blacks, or because of course when you use that word urban, you talking about
urban don't mean black, bro.
But I know, but for whatever reason,
for everybody black,
right? I feel you, but for whatever reason, you know that particular verbiage is always something that you know people that just don't know no better. That's just what it is. So
you hear urban and you be like, oh, that means it's black shit.
Yeah, that's on the east side. That's some black shit going down for real. So, sure. But you know, for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying, we definitely appreciate you bringing hot stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, here to our city. You know what I'm saying? I think it's dope. You know what I mean? So I just want to take my hat off because I always like to give flowers too. You know what I'm saying, to people that come on to this platform, you know what I'm saying? And it's doing dope, fly things. And, you know, I think that's very dope and it's respectable. You know, so it's dope.
I think people from my community are, like, we got to go to Dallas to experience something. We got to go to Atlanta to experience something. Like, nah, we can create the thing that we want right here in our own neighborhoods.
Right. Yeah. Which is, man, you know, that's always been my mantra as well. Like, why we got to go run and get these other cities and these other towns to do something that we can do, you know, right here for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that that's just a, you know, Oklahoma City sickness. You know, we stay behind and think that everybody doing something better than what we do. You know, we all got brains. You know what I'm saying? We all got 2 feet, 2 legs, you know, two arms. You know, all of the business. So you know,
we can create the shit we want.
Yeah, it's just putting our mind to it and doing what we want to do. You know what I'm talking about? You know, such as this platform too, you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, I look at other people's, you know, podcasts. I think there's some fly people out here doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? And they do give me inspiration, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we can definitely do our own thing. And that's dope. That's you know, really inspiring that you say that because people need to hear that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so, you know, like I said, this is a relationship podcast, you know what I'm talking about? And, you know, I think that, and I know you've been on the other podcast before as well. I don't think that you've talked about the complexities that it is when it comes to, you know, because you was married before, right?
Yeah, I was married for 17 years and with my husband for 25 since high school, literally my whole life.
That's interesting.
I've only been divorced 2.5 years.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
So what does that journey look like for you so far?
It's interesting to say the least, like being middle age, because technically that's where we are now. Like you spend 25 years of your life with somebody, I'm like single for the first time ever.
Is that right?
As an adult, you know, so you got to figure out what that looked like. And I have children who are, I'm a mom, 3 boys who are almost all adults. So my kids are seniors, my babies are seniors. I have twins that are seniors, 3 sons. So like they're transitioning and so am I. So it's a lot of pieces to figure out.
Yeah. And so how complicated then does it become to be able to date?
People, I don't even know how to date.
Yeah.
And I'm still like, what does that even mean? Like, I only know how to date my ex. Like the person, like I know how to date my spouse. I don't know how to date a middle-aged man who is actually single like me.
Okay.
So that's new.
So, I mean, what's the complexities of that then for you?
I think a lot of it's around expectation, right? So like we set expectations for people and vice versa that other people haven't agreed to meet. Like we don't even like create a framework like, oh, I like you, you like me, so we gonna be dating, but I'm gonna also be dating, like not just you, but maybe like it don't mean we in a relationship or what does that look like? And then like having all the hard conversations up front so people ain't getting their feelings hurt.
But do women really have conversations up front like that? Is that a reality?
I don't get to speak for women. I only get to speak for me.
But I'm saying you probably got homegirls and stuff like that too. I just don't think that's a reality where women is really ready to deal with the truth of knowing what's going on and what you got to deal with this man.
I'm going to disagree because my homegirls have been single the whole time I was the person who wasn't single.
Okay.
So, and my homegirls are a lot like me. So, like, we ain't got time for no bullshit. We ain't out here trying to play no games. It's like, this is what it is. And we can be open to the things, but people that we dealing with got to also, like, be real too.
So you saying you and your homegirls can't deal with a dude that was like, you know what? I like you, like, we cool. But I'm going to have other women.
I feel like I'm the one that said that first. So, like, yeah, I feel like what I'm good with always is the truth.
Right. That's
because that helps me manage expectations. Right now, I'm not saying, like, I'm expecting something from this person that they haven't agreed to me. Right? Everybody going to be, like, cards up, I'll trust. So like, everybody keeping it a buck.
Okay. So in that type of situation, then, do you think a woman can really give you her all?
I feel like it's reciprocal. Relationships are reciprocal. So if you're not giving me your all, then why are you expecting me to give you mine?
Just because I talk to other women?
No.
Is that giving your all? What do you mean by your all?
What are you expecting from my all? What does my all look like? Because I get to determine what my all looks like, not
what does your all look like for
person.
Me? For that person.
From that person.
Well, I mean, of course, that's gonna be movable for each person. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if I'm that shoulder, you know what I'm saying, that you got, you know, you need to cry, you know, call and cry on. You know what I'm talking about?
Are we compartmentalizing? Like, are we
Well,
like,
no, I'm just saying,
this
like,
dude
whatever.
right here, he gonna be my shoulder, or this woman right here, I'm gonna be her shoulder, but I'm not gonna be her like this, because I gotta be this woman's this.
Because but you may not have that for that person though. You might not. You can only probably be. I don't think one person can just really be everything for one person. Like, it's impossible. I'm supposed to be the best. I'm supposed to be your best lover. I'm supposed to be your best friend.
No.
I'm supposed to be your best listener. I'm supposed to be your are we supposed to like all the foods together? Like, it's impossible. Like, so the whole soulmate thing, to me, I think is just really just gaslight.
Well, it's variable, right? So like, it's unfair for me to expect one person to meet all those freaking needs. Like, but you can't be everything to one person.
But that's usually how it go in these relationships. They want you to be that. You got to be. It's very rare that you're going to have a woman that, I mean, from a male standpoint, that you're going to have like, okay. Because this is what I say. And and this is something, I don't know if you want to call it controversial or not, but I think we all settle.
Well, I wouldn't disagree with that.
We all got to settle. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we got all these weird terms and stuff out here nowadays. It's, I'm not settling for this. I ain't settling for that. Everybody settle.
Or not. So, like,
how can you
I think
settle?
I'm unique a little bit because I always grew up with a great dad, right? And I always had men in my life that I had true friendship, platonic relationships with.
Okay.
But I also see, like, when you are like trying to have a partner that's more intimate, like, that could be intimidating, that you are like already in a platonic, intimate relationship with other men.
Oh.
So like, I have men that fill these buckets in other ways that maybe my spouse couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, he might not be down with going to the fucking ballet, but you know what? My best friend, He's down with the shit. He's a straight black man.
That's a straight
He's a straight black man.
My woman could never go to no damn ballet with no.
Exactly, but that's your insecurity. It ain't hers.
That ain't no insecurity. That's just this is my world. This is my woman. This is my world.
But you can't be everything for everybody, and vice versa. But it does.
It don't matter. My woman can't go to no ballet with no straight.
It's just a show, man. It's just it's literally like,
that's a date.
Yeah,
that's a date.
A platonic
my woman
date.
Can't go on if it's my woman, the one I'm holding up to the world.
I'm in a platonic life partnership with another man who has a partner who he is like, no, he's not gay. When I say partner, I mean, I'm talking about a woman who he's got he's got children with, he's building a life with, but we besties. We went on a whole vacation together without her.
Oh, hell
Ain't no nothing. Ain't no nothing.
Oh, man, hell no. Oh. That's
and it's funny because, like,
but
he would joke about. He would joke and be like, "Yeah, no, I'm the only man her husband actually trusts her with outside of himself. Like, he know it ain't nothing like that between us. We more like siblings than we are anything else."
Yeah, I mean, I guess that do.
We have business together. We've done life together. We've been friends since we were 13 years old. Like,
okay, I mean,
if it was gonna be something like that, it would have been something like that long before now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, our families are in, like our mamas are friends.
Anything can happen though. It don't take, but it don't take.
That's anything anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Nothing guaranteed. Anything can always happen.
Yeah, so for me, that would just. I mean, I wouldn't say that's insecurities. That's just for me. For me as a man, and most men, we territorial.
Well, because y'all want to be in control of shit.
Goddamn right. I couldn't be able to have my woman going out here and going on dates and
you don't trust your woman?
I don't trust no woman.
Well, damn, I mean, she shouldn't be your woman.
That's why I don't got one. And I'd like to deal with women though, but I don't.
Deal with. Let's talk about that word, deal with. Make it seem like a job. Like, some shit you really don't want to do, but you do anyway. Deal with. I don't want no man to deal with me.
We gotta deal with women. We gotta deal with
Don't deal with me. Like, be with me. Don't deal with me.
being with you and dealing with you is the same thing.
Nah,
it's not no different.
It is. It's layers to that shit.
Hey,
It's
what
not
did
the same.
what did the great what's the boy's name? God dang, I'm thinking of a singer that had a great song. It's a Man's World. Like, why is his name losing my mind? That's my
James Brown.
James Brown. Yeah, so James Brown had a lyric in there. It said, "It's a man's world," but of course, it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. We gotta
Facts.
deal with y'all. That's what I'm saying. We gotta
But not
with
deal.
y'all.
Like, I feel like men know every woman come with her shit, just like a man does. You just gotta deal, like, figure out what degree of crazy you willing to put up with.
Once again, now, so we're going back to my original, what you did agree with, but that goes back to my original saying is that I feel as though that we all have to settle. And to be honest with you, I think men have to put up with more baggage from a woman than you do vice versa.
No, I think everybody baggage is based on their own trauma, unresolved, resolved life experience. Like, everybody got shit. It just smell different, look different.
Right.
But it's still shit.
True.
It ain't no men's shit is less than a woman's shit. It's still shit. Shit is shit.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
It's just like thinking the grass is greener, right? But it's still grass. It still got to get mowed. It still got to get fertilized. It still got to get cared for, watered, loved, and all the things. It's still, you know.
Oh, yeah. I definitely know about that grass is greener. I'm talking about, I ain't never tried it, you know what I'm saying? But in the relationships I've been into, and I've said this previously, is that, the two serious relationships I've been into, both of those women was in love with somebody else, but this thing was over.
Wow.
And that's just the reality.
Like in love, though?
Oh, yeah.
Or in lust or like?
No, in love.
Huh.
That's a reality. You know what I'm saying? I know it to be 100% fact and true. You know
That's interesting you say that.
But
I've been in love one time my whole life, and the idea of me, like, even having the opportunity to, like, be in love with someone and them love me the way my husband did, like, it don't even seem like a actual possibility.
It don't sound like it's possible, right?
Nah, I'm like, ain't nobody gonna ever love me like that man did.
So you don't think human beings on this planet can be in love with more than one person at one time?
Oh, for sure.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, those situations happen. You know what I mean?
I mean, I got an uncle who got 3 wives, so I've seen it actually as like a working, living thing.
He got 3 wives?
Yeah. They live in Israel, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God damn, Trey, I need to get to Israel. Damn, I'll be a happy man.
But it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that polyamorous relationships can be an actual thing, especially for a means to develop wealth.
Yeah. But see, and I was watching another podcast too. And shout out to the 5150 show, man. I watch them boys every week, man. Corey Hogan, man, that dude is a nut. And one of his panelists said that really that's the best form, like in America, that's really the best and most makes sense type of situations.
Like it's our biggest opportunity to get there quicker.
Yeah, to get to where we try to get to at a very quicker pace. Like, why would we do this?
Because we don't know how to manage expectations and emotions.
Well,
and responsibilities to relationships.
And then too, what about the social aspect of it? You know
I mean, I don't want to fuck
people,
you every day. Like, let somebody else do some heavy lifting around here.
A woman won't want to fuck?
I'm just saying in general, like when you talk about relationships, you got kids, you got jobs, you have like social commitments, other responsibilities. Like, that takes a toll on a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
I agree with
when
that.
we sharing in responsibilities, we're sharing in the things.
Right.
Like, it spreads, like, the responsibility and the workload out. It creates space and opportunity for everybody to be able to, like, spend time doing what their true interests are.
Right.
And it gives me space.
Right.
Now I can go open a business.
Yeah.
Now I can go work on this project.
Yeah.
Because you know what? My sister wife is over here taking care of our man. And he taking care of us.
That's what that's something I think that's a beautiful thing. And like I said, I feel like, and then 3-4 incomes too, sitting up under one roof, you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially living in Oklahoma. I mean, you could almost be you could have you a mini mansion. And
it helps lower resentment, right? Because it's like, well, now you want like the kids and all these other things. Like, it's balancing out the workload.
Right. Yeah, for real.
And we working towards a common goal.
Yeah. And too, we can take the whole, what is he doing? You cheating, what you got going on, What's going on with your telephone? What's going on in your Instagram?
I got some better shit to do than be looking at my man's phone.
Most women look at men's phone.
Nah, bro. I ain't got time for that.
Most women look. You don't think so?
I know. I think you're right, but I think it speaks to that woman's insecurity and distrust in her man and her partner, and her needs not being met in some way, or her not vocalizing what they are. Because, like, if I got time to look at your fucking phone, bro, like, I ain't got time for that shit. I got something else to do. Because I don't have time to be looking for dirt or looking for a reason to, like, him, my man, my partner up in some shit. So, like, that's creating drama.
Right. Okay. So what do you feel about, like, the sharing location thing?
I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be at. So if you feel like I got to share my location for you to believe me, then we got a bigger issue.
Right. Because I'm telling you.
The issue is that you feel like you got to go look at it anyway. You just can't. I don't feel safe telling you, hey, bro, this is what I'm about to do.
And then too, like, you come from a different, you know. I know
I'm an anomaly.
You come from a different age bracket than I hear these kind of things from. Because because I think one thing that's interesting, you know, in dating right now in your 40s and you single, like, you got a wide range. Like, you can go from 20s all the way up to, you can go all the way up to like 50. You wouldn't date a man that was 20 something? Yeah, no. I wouldn't date a man. I'm 44. I wouldn't date a man 39. Probably. Oh, that's wild. Real talk. Well, you're a woman now. That's maybe you got a little bit more standards.
I don't know. Like, a guy told me, my coworker the other day was like, no, women always got a choice. Men always be out here like doing the choosing. Mm-hmm. When women will be like, oh, I got all these options. But I don't see that at my age. I feel like it's real limited. My bandwidth for bullshit is real low. Right. And not because I'm trying to, like, rush a man into a relationship.
What was the word you used? What? Your band? You said your
bandwidth.
I don't think I've ever heard that before. That's
bandwidth for bullshit. Like, how much bullshit I can put up with, or I'm willing to deal with, because I got some other shit to do. I told you I work and have a business, and I got some kids. I got some other shit. I don't want to be caught up and worried about what's some nigga doing.
Right. Yeah, that's.
It seems like a waste of my time.
Well, hey, I definitely understand.
It's like, let's just like brutal truth, 100%. Like, tell me the.
But how many people really want to deal with brutal truth?
People who already know who they are.
It's got to be someone that's
who's very secure in who they are. Yeah. Like, I know who I am. I don't need no man to, like, prop me up or vice versa.
But I think
I can be authentically myself, and you're gonna like it or not.
I think where it gets complicated though, with those type of situations, because of course we can talk about our own thing, but sometimes I like to look at things from a broad span as well. I think what happens is, and I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna touch the whole other situation about the location stuff. I ain't forgot about that, but I think what happens is that people start intermingling sex and intimacy and all of that kind of stuff, and then you start spending time together. You start
feelings. I mean, because women's now, like, what women don't want to say is that they hearts are fucking attached to their vaginas.
Oh, that's a fact.
But they don't want to say that, and they don't want to own that when they start giving that shit away. Yeah. Instead of talking about it up front, being like, so, if I start messing with you, like, I'm going to start, my feelings is going to change. It's all good while this shit is just like this. But now we start getting intimate. Now my feelings start changing, and it made me feel real uncomfortable. So now I start acting some kind of way. Now I start trying to, like, create ownership over you. Now I want to know where you at. I want to check your location. I want to check your phone.
Yeah. Be looking at social media, see you taking pictures here, taking pictures there.
That bullshit, that ain't even real.
Looking at people in the background.
I can be whoever I want on Facebook, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not even real.
But I ran into a weird situation to go into what you was talking about females' feelings being attached with their vaginas. It was a situation we ran into last night. That was pretty hilarious to me. And I don't think that all the time that females' feelings are attached to their vagina. I think females' feelings sometimes are attached to something that's so unattainable that they thought,
like a dream.
That was it was a misconception that they've all made up in their mind.
So a dream.
So this chick, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use that word very loosely. Talking about, the great Jay-Z did say that the best way to see someone is just don't look at them at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got no time. You know what I'm saying? Don't be running up to me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to jump in my circle. and have a conversation with me, I don't have no conversation for you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that we need to talk about. And for me to do that, you didn't have to do something real devilish. You know what I'm saying? And this chick did something very devilish. But, you know, I liken myself to the Greek. In Greek mythology, it's a character called Antaeus. Yeah. so, you know, Antaeus, you know, in that Greek mythology, he whooped Hercules. But the thing about him, what made him so strong was every time you try to tear me down, every time you try to throw me down to the earth, you taking me home. You taking me to my mother. So you only giving me strength. You know what I'm saying? And for me, shoot, it don't not only do it give me strength, you just hook me up with more women, man. I appreciate that. It made that one more down. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Shout out to that chick. But anyways, to go back to the whole what was he talking about? The location thing. So when you deal with these wide range of women in between, you know, 20 or even men, I don't know, it's a thing. You know, you get to talking to these, you know, people that's in this other age demographics or whatever the case is, it's a real thing that, you know, you got locations with this person, that person. You know, I even know somebody who got location with their ex, which I feel is strange. You know what I'm saying? Being, of course, at the age we at, but, you know, some people feel as though they can make a case for it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm gonna forever look at that as strange. Like, why do you want to
know where your ex is?
With your exes?
That's weird.
Hey,
that's weird.
Well,
I don't even obviously, like, my ex was still on my phone plan along with my kids for like a year and a half after we were divorced.
Oh, for real?
We always share locations with each other. I never checked that man's location. Maybe he checked mine. We never had a conversation about it. But it wasn't until like a year ago, my kid checked me on it. It was like, yeah, because like you didn't answer your phone and you was here. And I was like, damn, you checked my location? He was like, I check your location all the time. And I said, yeah, that's not healthy, bro. Yeah. You should at least just call me and give me a chance to tell you where I am. Yeah, that's we are literally like entering the relationship from a place of distrust.
Right. This is who this is your son?
My son. Oh, okay. Like they keep their finger on me all the time.
Oh, I mean, they supposed to though.
No, they not.
Well,
you're just supposed to be like, Mom, where you at? What's going on? I tell you where I'm going. You ain't got to check me.
Yeah, I mean, that's
just
coming,
know what I said is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's coming from our generation. You know what I'm saying? We cut from that type of cloth. This is a new thing. Now they need to know where you at, what you doing, what's going on.
And I didn't get it, but my students, I'm talking to some of my students. They're like, oh, well, let me see where so and so is. I got her location. Like.
Right.
Y'all everybody sharing their location with each other? Like,
yeah, it's strange to us.
Why do you even care where they are right now? Like, why are you?
Yeah, why is that a thought?
Why is it even a thought what somebody else is doing?
Right.
I just stay in my lane and be a good driver.
Exactly. Exactly. But these situations happen, and I just be like, it's just baffling to me. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you dating someone, because I think that takes you into a psyche of that person, and so you might be messing with a real crazy type person.
Oh, for real.
You know what I'm
saying?
Like,
if you need to know that, like, I need you to, like, turn, like, self-reflect why you feel like that information is important and valuable.
Right. Right. Real talk.
Because it says more about you than it does about me.
Right. And I guess, you know, people can make up whatever, you know, if it make
it
make
your shit, not my shit. Don't be putting that on me.
Yeah, if they can make it make sense. I mean, you can make it make sense or whatever, you know. I mean, and maybe at one time I can have some of these youngsters on or something. They can explain that for me. I mean, I don't.
They can't though. I tried to get them to break it down to me in class, and it was like, "Well, I mean, I'm just saying this is safe." I'm like, "What you talking about? You need to know where somebody is. Being able to put your finger on somebody else other than yourself at any time.
Right, right.
How does that make you feel secure within yourself? Like, it's to me, it really speaks real low confidence in like.
Yeah, like just who you are and what your abilities are. Like, why
I'm worried about somebody else.
Yeah,
it's a full-time job worrying about me.
I don't get it. Yeah, for real. Because I'm liable to be anywhere, anytime.
Doing anything.
You know what I'm saying? That's all my
business. Also minding my own business.
Right.
Not bothering nobody.
Right.
Staying in my lane and being a good driver.
Bottom line. Yeah. You know? So let's go back to your relationship, you know, that you was into. You used to have 25 years since high school?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time. It's a long time, you know. And actually, hold on, let me touch something, because you were saying that before we go back into this, that's a point I want to make, because I was in this situation, of course, you know, I got, you know, divorced or whatever the case is. Like you said, y'all kept each other's on plans and everything. Hey, all my stuff stopped immediately. I'm talking about I ain't no plans, no nothing.
He didn't either. I was just on some like, I want your kids to still be able to get in contact with you. I can't just be cutting your phone off.
I didn't even have a pike pass no more. My pike pass got cut. I said, God damn.
Savage. I love it. Savage.
I mean, but you know,
I wish I could have been that like hardcore.
Everything cut off.
Yeah, I wish I could have been that hardcore.
It wasn't no connections.
I wish I could have been that hard. I wasn't that mad. Yeah, now I was like, bro, here to go to Netflix password.
Oh, no.
Because at the end of the day, like, bro, I'm going to be connected with you for the rest of my freaking life. We got 3 kids. Like, our families are all completely intertwined with each other.
But see, this is what I'm saying. And in that situation, though, is that person so in love with somebody else till they feel like that they got to do all of this extra stuff now to be validated in this new relationship? You know, and that's just what I come up with. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe, I don't know. I wasn't like leaving my spouse for somebody else or with somebody else or talking to somebody else. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
and like I said, that's just something my experience.
It's a possibility because then I got input for this person that I'm already like created this other thing with, which is messy as hell because you ain't even got over this thing and you done already jumped into the new thing.
But this is what women are saying in those situations across America. They'll say, oh, well, I checked out a year ago, 6 months ago, 2 months ago.
I had checked out. My husband and I had been separated for 7 months.
Okay.
And I was still like, I moved out. I left my home. And then I was the person that was still coming home and like cooking dinner and making sure the kids had their shit and laundry was done and all the things, right? Because I'm like, I just left my kids. So I got to still be their mama, even though I just don't sleep here or reside here.
Right. And I think in a situation like that, I think you can better, I think as a man, you can better process it. But that's not no regular shit.
It's not, but also you can't better process it because it keeps you thinking like, it's cool, she coming back. Because she keeps showing up and doing the things, right? So she ain't really done. Because she's still showing up for me and taking care of the things that I don't have to worry about.
Right. And I see
it really wasn't healthy. I should have done that hard break. Like I should have took that nigga's spike pass.
Hey, that's how I got done. That's how I got done. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm all familiar with that. Then I'm taking everything. Everything gotta go. I don't give a damn if you even paying for it.
Even my therapist was like, wait, you still doing what? You still paying the nigga's car insurance? I was like, yeah, man, because I mean, the policy ain't up yet and I done paid for it already. I ain't got to like go out my way to like put him in a bad position where he got to go figure another thing out. I was like, I'm always had this man's back. I've been with him my whole life. Like, I'm always be here for him. I'm just not going to be his woman.
Right. I wish I could have got off like that. But
he can feel like if he needs some shit, I still got his back. For sure.
Oh yeah, that's special right there. But
it's not even special. It's like we have children together, so like my kids ain't gonna be worried. Like I don't need them stressed out, worried about what the fuck is going on with their dad.
Do you think the average woman
that
really
provides a level of stress on my kids? They don't even need.
But do you think the average woman really give a damn about that?
Yeah, I think a real woman who really cares about the betterment of how their children have to process their parents splitting up and seeing like my kids won't be their best at school if they got to be worried about their dad now because dad out here doing bad because mom done just like ripped the rug from underneath them and left him out here without shit. Yeah. Now my kids are so affected. They can't just be kids. So I can't just like let their daddy just fall.
Well, I think what you speak about is you coming from a small percentage of women that leave divorce or leave a situation, they divorce or split or whatever, break up or whatever the case is. I think for the most part, women don't give a damn.
I think you was onto something though too. I feel like women do give a damn. But if they already done transitioned to the next thing, they got another thing influencing that thing.
And you gotta validate it.
And I can see
not giving a fuck about that.
Yeah, because I can see if I already got a new man, my man like, oh, you still care about that nigga?
Right. Because you
still want to be with him. You still want to do like all those things instead of
you want a new authority.
My new dude being like, oh yeah, like that, like that's his kids. Like I get it. Like you don't want to just do them dirty.
Yeah. Well. like I said, I think that's I think that's a very small and minute.
But it also takes a very secure man if you've already moved on into a new relationship.
Which man?
Like if I moved on into a new relationship, like that man has to be very secure in where we are and who he is and what we got going to even allow me to show my ex that grace.
But how secure could you even be in a situation that you knew you just jumped right in? Because you listen to some chick talking about, oh, I checked out 2 years ago, 5 years, 6 years, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you physically are doing things, you know what I'm saying, as a woman, you know what I'm talking about? Like, because fuck it, I'm going to just put it out here. You know what I'm saying? 2 days before I was asked for a divorce, man, that girl was getting nasty and doing everything.
Before she
then 2 days later, then 2 days later, you know what I'm saying, talking about a divorce. I mean, this stuff is laughable now, man.
I know it wasn't in the moment. I know it wasn't in the moment.
Damn, you know
yeah, I know it wasn't in the moment, bro. That shit's hard as hell. Like divorcing, like really, like I was like, hell, I ain't slept alone in 20-something years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who gonna put my cold feet on in the wintertime? Like, am I gonna find somebody who's like can put up with literally my shit?
Right.
They want to come and kiss me when I'm sitting on the toilet taking a fucking dump.
Right.
Who gonna love me like that? Nobody. Like the idea that could come back around seems at this age don't even seem real.
I'm definitely ain't doing no shit like that.
For sure. Like it ain't never gonna happen again. We already did it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I can have that type of. I don't know if it could be recreated with me
either.
And so-called love like that.
I'm probably just about to
but I do
perpetually single.
But I do love in the moment. I like to, you know, and I date.
It feel good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When we date, though, you know what I'm saying? We go out. Like, we could spend a day together.
Then I'm going to go home.
It's going to be like, I'm in love with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, baby? We in love. You know what I'm saying? Let's go play putt-putt or something. But also, I don't trust you. I might need to know where your location is. Yeah, that don't seem right. But I mean, it's the game, though. You know what I'm saying?
But then I don't want to play no games neither.
I mean, but we all play games.
I don't know how.
We all play games, and
take me out, coach. Put me on the IR list. I don't want to do it.
We all play games, and we all use people. That's an interesting concept, right?
It is.
But it's something.
But you're right. It's a piece of it to all the things. He
put that. I was like, damn, you know what? Yeah. That's right. Like it
may not even be like malicious using. Like I'm not using you to take advantage of you.
That's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it's a need that you're fulfilling.
It's and a difference between
getting it from you. It's using you.
It's a difference between using someone and utilizing someone.
Yeah.
But we all use each other at the end of the day.
I mean, it's a part of the human experience.
Exactly. We got to do it. Damn. But yeah, man, this conversation, I know, Tom, but I know we can go on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a busy lady. You know what I'm saying? You got to get back to, you know what I'm saying, the things that you know what I'm saying, the duties of motherhood. You know what I'm talking about? You know. But man, you know, it's just definitely been a pleasure, man. We had a great conversation. Sure. I appreciate you being open. You know, I appreciate you being honest. That's very refreshing. I don't get that from women a lot. You know what I'm saying? Personally, you know what I mean? But, you know, man, this is definitely a great conversation that we had. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I am your host once again, man. This is Mikey, man. You know what I'm talking about? And it's just a part of the thing. Podcast. Yeah.
love my space, I love my work, and I love my routine. And for me to break that for somebody, it would just have to be like a really special person that fits into that puzzle and that is supportive of the things I'm doing. It have to be somebody that has taste in music. It have to be somebody that, you know, that I get along with so much to the point that when we're separate, I'm feeling like I can't function properly without their presence. I have come across it a few times. Yeah. I've yet to be able to hold on to it for whatever reason. But yeah, I just really, you know, I'm the captain of a ship, and I look behind me and I see a lot of people on board, and you know, full steam ahead.